Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dancing Oracle with Najia. I'm going to be reading some angel cards today, and I'm going to address some viewer questions and comments because that's where I'm going to do this from now on in my tiaras, tea, tarot, and talks videos. So this is where I can really not have to type a million comments out and wear down my hands, and I'm trying to prevent 2 surgeries on this hand. And all the typing has been really difficult on me. So I can address some interesting comments and interesting questions, especially ones where 20 people ask the same question. I definitely want to address it in these videos. But I came across a comment from a viewer, the rare man that watches my channel. His name is Tony. And I had been talking on the video about when I was going through a lot of changes in my psychic abilities. And oh God, I had to be very careful about my thoughts and my feelings because it would manifest in breaking electronics, cars, everything, just anything, any gadget, car, refrigerator. Oh, I had a whole long story in the comments about that because feelings and thoughts, when they're really potent and combined together, they manifest. And machinery is one of the things that you can affect with your mind and emotions. And also spirits from behind the veil, people who've passed away, because that's one of the easiest things to affect. They'll often try to communicate with you through flickering lights, or they'll type things on your electronic things, they'll type you messages out of nowhere. It's just really cool. Anyway, so Tony wrote, he says, I had the same problem. If I got upset or angry, lights would blow. Yeah, that would happen to me. If people lied to me, the street light would just shatter, or a light in the room would just burst. I don't do well with people telling lies, right? So that would happen to Tony. Anything electrical was vulnerable. Heaters, thermostats, watches, cell phones, batteries, even the random large electric bill. By the way, that can also be due to ghost activity, he wrote. Worse, I started taking classes in IT, and the computers used to freeze up every day. I am so similar. And not only at IT, pretty much everywhere. The first few computers I owned were a B-TCH, okay, until I worked out what was happening. So I'm not an IT person, but years ago, during the recession, I had to work at a travel agency, and they were really nice. My friend got me the job. I had to answer the phones. It's actually an easy job, but I'm an artist. And I worked in a glamorous profession, before, and I had a nice life in New York and working in fashion and different things. So things changed, and I was like, oh no, what have I'm just watching the clock, and I couldn't bear answering the phones. It made me crazy. I'm used to working quietly as an artist, like doing my job and not talking constantly on the phone. And even though people were nice, I couldn't take it. And the phones would stop ringing, like all the phones would stop working. And my friend who got me the job, who worked right next to me, said this kept happening like for a week, and their phones wouldn't work, and they didn't understand. They could only make calls out, but the phones wouldn't ring. And my friend said, you have to quit. It's not fair to them. And I said, yeah, you're right. I have to quit. I can't explain why I'm quitting, obviously, but I knew They were losing business. So that was happening to Tony with the computers. So then Tony goes on to say, I didn't realize it was me until one day in winter I had an electric portable heater, the bar type. As I got upset, this point of light on one of the bars got brighter. I noticed it and it started to dim again. It acted as a distraction, so I pulled my focus away from being upset. So I got upset again and watched the light get brighter, the more intense my feelings got. After that, I learned to control it more. I still blow out the odd item now and then, but it's much rarer now. Electrical stuff can act weird now and again, at least once or twice a month. I don't really keep track, he says. It temporarily disrupts the system of anything with a chip for a while. I once tried to get someone's attention psychically, right? And pushed it hard for a minute or two and it blew out two lights. Haven't done it since. Not sure I can repeat it. Wasn't the aim. I try to stay calmer. Being aware helps a lot. I'm more chill today, laughing out loud. LOL. Stay away from the new age crap. It's very often the blind leading the blind. To many people trying to live in a fantasy world. And he talked about your spine injury while belly dancing. I have heard the same condition happen to other belly dancers. Spinal problems with partial paralysis. That's Kundalini. Well, mine didn't happen with belly dance. Belly dance saved me. It happened before I belly danced. And I had partial paralysis. And it was definitely Kundalini rising. I had a lot of changes going on. I even lost the ability to see auras for a while. And he says, you were pumping too much energy through your system too fast. It overloads. I was doing other things that overloaded my system. I was actually, doing a lot of martial arts then. And it feels like it hits your spine. Your Kundalini runs the length of your spine. So he said, try finding a book called Ask Your Guides by Sonia Choquette. So I thanked Tony for sharing his experiences and told him about what I told you about my belly dancing. And he wrote back, he said, learning to chill is secondary. Just being aware seems to mitigate most of it. And he wrote, I love belly dance. If he'd been born a girl, I'd be obsessed with this. And no guys can't do this, exclusively female. Well, not true. There's some really good guys. And he says, if I feel depressed or angry or upset, I just go watch some belly dancing and it helps a lot. Oh my gosh. I forgot he wrote that other comment. I was just thinking of the first comment he wrote. I thought I'd share it with you because I am trying to get everybody to be more aware of your psychic abilities. And if you are affecting the electronics and the lights and temperatures, if you're bending metal, not meaning to, I used to bend keys all the time, without meaning to, for real, brass keys. So I had a friend that would, knew that this was all happening to me, and she said, you need to like turn this into something positive. She says, you're obviously a manifester, and you don't realize you could really channel this into a positive way. And she was so right. I learned about, this is a long time ago. I learned about affirmations and how the way you think affects what happens in your life, what you attract. So I worked on my belief system and I got to live the life of my dreams. I did everything I wanted to, traveled the world, became a dancer, overcame all my physical, well, I didn't overcome them completely, but I was told I'd be paralyzed and I wasn't. And I got to be a dancer instead. I told by 4 doctors I'd be paralyzed the rest of my life. And instead I became a dancer, well-known teacher. And I've been doing it for quite a while. Quite a while. So I thought I'd share that with you before, share some, as I do want to share the comments and talk about them if there's something interesting, or answer your comments, your multiple comments with one group. Some of you have the same exact question and I can answer it in this video. But right now, I want to do some angel oracle. And this is the kind of thing during our tea talks and tiaras. By the way, if you are, I think you can send me a photograph in the community page. And if you are wearing a tiara, please post it. I don't think you can post it in the normal comments. And if you can't post it in the community page, I'll give you a way to send it. All right. I'll just reach out to me in the community page comments or here in these comments, and I'll give you a way to send that photograph to me so that I can then share it with everybody. All right. So I'm going to tune into the guides right now for our collective. This is kind of squeezing my head right now. This one's a little tight. So this one I got this one in Alexandria too. I got like about 5 of them. So these were the tiaras from staying right on the water in Alexandria, Egypt. And I went downstairs into one of the boutiques and they had tiaras and long dangly earrings. And I brought some home because I thought I'd wear them for my belly dancing, but I ended up using the tiaras for all my goddess retreats. And I have special tiaras. I'll pull them out later. Crystals and seashells for my mermaid retreats. So I thought it'd be fun to dress up and have tea in vintage teacups that my mom would love to see me drink out of. And I'm sure she's tuning in from the other side and can see me. So I'm drawn to pick this card for you. Let me get my glasses back. Ooh, reward is coming for you. 77. Sevens are a spiritual assessment card. Look at this beautiful angel with the light. And she's grounded. So she's got this, all the discs, all the starlight, and being on earth. So she's heaven meeting earth, right? So it says, you will be rewarded for aligning with your greatest potential. Someone in our viewing audience is meant to hear this. Let me know who you are. Every step you take towards bettering yourself has been recognized and acknowledged by your angels. Your blessings are on their way, and the road is paved for you to prosper. That's beautiful. Yeah, so there's a change coming. 7 and 7 equals 14. 1 plus 4 equals 5. And that is the number for change. You're midway through the cycle and you're going to get your reward. So you may be going through some changes right now, some difficulty with the angel number 77, your spiritual assessment, a double spiritual assessment that turns into a 5, but you're going to be rewarded. You're going to do well. I have to pull another card for someone else in my viewing audience. Today we're not doing tarot. I thought I'd change it up a bit and do just oracle today. And I want to just cleanse the energy of the cards again and shuffle. So these are the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. Now, she no longer does oracle cards, but I still have the cards. So I'm glad I have them because they're wonderful cards. They do come in handy. And I'm going to pick a card for someone in the audience, all right? And let me see. I'll go get the book out. All right. So this one says, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So you may be, some of you who are meant to hear this card may be alone right now. You may be alone. And it's the holiday time. I'm wearing my holiday sparkles and my bling bling. So you may feel alone, but it's telling you that divine timing is at work. So let me read what Doreen had written many years ago about this particular card. She says, your soulmate relationship requires patience, as there are many factors involved. Your soulmate's free will choices are beyond your or angel's control, as it is the readiness of both of you for true love. So, by the way, if you're enjoying my videos, please hit the like button and subscribe. It's all free and it helps the channel's algorithms. Please share the video and ring the notification bell. And it would mean a lot to me, okay? All right, so this card comes to you as a reminder that this relationship is worth waiting for. So it's good that you're alone at your waiting, because this one is worth it, right? You don't want to be caught up with the wrong person, wasting your time and your energy. Maybe have that time for yourself to love yourself. So it says divine timing is a universal law that is always in operation. It is the flow of everything. If we try to impose our human will and force things to happen, we become out of sync with nature and experience blockages. Similarly, if we fret, when will I meet my soulmate? We put worry energy. Remember we talked about the energy of the electronics being affected by our emotions? Imagine you would be affecting when you meet your soulmate by putting worry energy. You're putting that negative energy out there into the universe, all right? So your romance angels have heard and answered your prayers for his soulmate. And they are working behind the scenes to bring this to you. Your role is to listen to and follow your intuition, even if it seems unrelated to your desire. Your intuition is like a guide dog leading you along the path of answered prayers. Follow your intuition and trust in the timing of the relationship. That's a good one. So I was thinking about just all of the Keanu soulmates out there that have been saying, I can understand he's such a sweetie. He does seem to be a sweetie. I don't know him. Some people thought I know him. I don't know him at all. I would love to know him, but I'd love to be his reader or whatever, or love to have him stay at my Airbnb. But I don't know him. I've never worked with him. I don't even work in that business anymore. I used to work in that kind of business with celebrities, but I no longer do that. It's a long time ago. But there's a lot of you that are saying you're marrying him and you're a soulmate and you're chatting with him. Just be careful and put your energy, your precious, beautiful energy into attracting your soulmate. And maybe you can think, I wish he were like Keanu. I wish he were creative, super talented, super handsome, kind, you know, hardworking, right? Good worker, you know, not lazy, that kind of thing. And you could say, I want someone like that, right? Instead of wasting your time in a chat room waiting for that person, when you could ask your angels and guides to bring you your soulmate. Now, if you are coming up to your personal numerology year number 2, this could be your year that you meet your soulmate. I'm coming up to personal numerology year number 2. And maybe I'll meet my soulmate, right? So I have been following numerology for several years now, and it's always been accurate. It's been really accurate. And I've learned to take advantage of the flow of the energy coming from my numerology, just like we would take advantage of the flow of the astrology, planetary alignments, or the flow. We would just take advantage of the flow of beautiful weather in the springtime and make the most of it, right? It's like when something is alive and active in your life, you want to go with the flow. So I'm going to teach you how to do that in a video series this month for your personal year of 2025, for 2025, because that's when your new personal year starts. And I will prepare you to take advantage of your personal year. So tune into that video series. I will also be doing numerology for life path, because so many of you are asking me to calculate in the comments, and I couldn't do it for everyone. And I couldn't give you the explanations in the comments. So that's why I'm doing videos for you, because that's where it's best handled, in a video. So thank you for joining me. Subscribe, become a member if you want special perks and private videos and all kinds of special things that are coming up from my members. And if you just are a basic member for $1.99 a month, I will answer your comments. But the angel members have the best deal for $4.99. They got the real special deal. So check it out, and you can ask me for the link in my comments if you can't find it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.